Welcome to Easy Vegetarian, the lowdown on being a vegetarian college student. I'm Autumn Conley.
And I'm Judson Bisher.
And today we're just going to talk about a few fun facts about being vegetarian and
What it's like to be a vegetarian.
why we chose to be vegetarians.
Just the basics of vegetarianism.
Yeah, we're gonna talk and have fun and hope we entertain you guys today. So, Judd, why are you vegetarian?
Why?
Why, or how about more specifically, how long have you been a vegetarian?
I've been on and off since junior year in high school. I'm a sophomore now. I originally started because for like animal rights and stuff. But then I kind of quit my senior year and then started again my senior year of high school and started again my freshman year of college because I was just doing some research on it and saw how bad it was for the environment.
So now it's more environmental focused.
Yes, definitely.
I think we have some facts about the environmental side.
Let's hear it.
Let's see. Where was that statistic? I have this for you guys. Let's see. 47% of vegetarians choose to be vegetarians because of environmental concerns.
Where's that from?
That is from statisticbrain.com. And it was updated 2 months ago. So that's pretty recent.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys want to check it out? Statisticbrain.com. I've been a vegetarian for about 10 years. I'm a junior in college. So if you guys want to do that math, about 10 years, 5th grade, I believe. If that's more than 10 years, forgive me, I suck at math. But 5th grade, me and my best friend at the time read a PETA magazine. Gets you every time. A PETA magazine about animal cruelty and a little bit about environmental. They weren't really keen on that 10 years ago, but and then we decided, as best friends, we're not gonna eat meat anymore. And at the time, everyone thought it was kind of a joke. And 10 years later, we're both still vegetarians. Neither of us are vegans or anything, but neither of us eat chicken, fish, any form of meat. So, and of course, our reasoning has gotten stronger. I know more facts.
Do you still follow PETA? Do you subscribe to their magazines?
I do not. I will go to their website, check it out sometimes, but
do they seem a little extremist
they're
to you?
they're a little extreme. What do you think they're a little extreme?
Yeah, I liked them too when I was younger, and then I realized how one-sided it was.
Yeah, it's
but what they're saying was still truthful in some aspects.
I think they like the angle of let's scare everyone or make them feel bad, and then maybe they'll change their mind. But you shouldn't do it
like
that
way. One time when they had that actress who was in, gosh, what was her name? She posed nude for them to try and convince people to become vegetarian.
For PETA?
Yeah.
Oh
my goodness.
I have no clue who that is.
She died.
Oh, goodness.
And she was like a porn star, kind of.
Oh, Anna Nicole Smith.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Anna Nicole Smith. What? I didn't know about this.
Yep. She posted naked for PETA.
Do you know what type of ad campaign that was?
I have no idea. It was weird.
Maybe we'll look that up for you guys and talk about that in the next segment. That's news to me.
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, they're a little extremist, but they have some good stuff if you guys check out their website, but they definitely are one-sided, and organizations like that tend to be. So
yeah, just be critical.
Yeah. You can listen to them, but don't try to throw that in someone's face for facts, because that's just not smart. We know that as people that have to defend our eating habits. Don't throw stuff like that in people's face.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's where vegetarianism gets its negative connotations from.
Yep. PETA.
PETA.
The most well-known, I think, organization out there that has to do with animal rights.
APSCA.
In the
and they're really
angels. Sarah McLachlan.
Fly away.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll move on. And what shall we talk about next? We can talk about we printed out some fun facts. Well, that's what they were titled. Off of Yorkshire Pantry UK. So some UK fun facts about vegetarianism. But let's see.
Let's do that one.
The first one.
The first one.
Okay. Oh, okay. Fun fact, guys. Vegetarians tend to make better lovers. Yes, I said that. Bananas, avocados, celeries, almonds, foods like that vegetarian diets seem to revolve around, tend to make you more hot and steamy, let's just say.
The sexy foods.
The sexy foods. So if you eat more of those, just saying. I'll let Judd move on to find another fact for you guys.
Another fact?
Yeah.
Okay, I like fact number 4. Contrary to popular belief, vegetarians are not all anemic and lacking in iron. There are great sources of iron in herbs, lentils, nuts, and beans. Which also, people seem to think that we lack in protein. And I don't know anyone who actually does. All my vegetarian friends, I don't think lack in protein at all. I think actually they probably get more protein than normal people do because they actually take daily supplements.
Yeah, that actually puts me on a sidetrack note, but last year, if any of you guys are in the class nutrition, it's going on right now. I believe it's a spring semester class, but you have to do a research paper. And I did a research paper on protein intake for vegetarian pregnancies.
Oh.
And
That's
it's
cool.
actually better, according to the research I did. And I don't have all those researches, so sorry, I'm not quoting them, but those research statistics I had last year. But it was actually better for the fetus to be in a vegetarian's womb. So, yeah.
That's cool.
People always ask, are you going to start eating meat again when you get pregnant? And I used to always say, probably for the health. Nope. Health benefits are better. So we'll see. Who knows? But that was on a different side note.
Well, and most people get their protein from red meats, which aren't good for you either.
Yeah. Too much protein is bad.
Yep.
Here's another fact for you guys. Indians make up 70% of global vegetarian population.
Which probably is in part to Hinduism.
Religious beliefs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
You talked about a little bit about environmental
yes.
stuff, and that's why you choose to be vegetarian at the moment. I found a fact. You want to talk about that fact right there?
Sure. Well, I bet you're wondering how vegetarians save the planet. There are actually several reasons for this. First, 90% of agricultural land in the United States is used for grazing. Since vegetarians don't eat the animals that graze on the land, they actually prevent deforestation of new areas that will be used for grazing. Similar to this, which is what sparked my second wave of vegetarianism, was a fact I read on several websites because at first I couldn't believe it. But about 80% of the Amazon rainforest has been deforested, and 70% of its deforestation was used to produce more livestock so more cows, more pigs, more goats, whatever, to use for animal byproducts. So that's what got me going, because that kind of worried me. Another way that vegetarians save the earth is by conserving the earth's water supply. 40% of the water used in the United States is for agriculture. And again, since vegetarians don't eat meat, they are conserving water that could have been used to produce more meat products. And lastly, vegetarians cut down on energy use because it takes much more fossil fuel energy to produce meat products than it does to vegetable products. As well, similar to that again, a lot of livestock in the United States, as far as cows and other domestic farm animals, most of them don't eat grass, but they eat corn, which could be used for human consumption instead of for animal consumption.
Very true.
Yep.
If all of you out there have ever heard of the documentary Food Inc.,
Changed my life.
It is a very good documentary. It might not necessarily impact you as much as it's impacted people I know, or myself, or Judd himself, but it is a good documentary, and I would recommend you watch it. It talks about that in there. It talks about other aspects as well, and it's not about vegetarianism. It's just about.
Is that the one that's the one that's movie style, right? Like it follows a family in a meat packing plant.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
It's been a couple of years since I've watched it, but from what I remember, it focuses kind of around Tyson chicken is the main focus.
Yeah, and it follows like a family that works in it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I know there's a lady on that on the movie, and she ends up losing her job because she shows us what it really is like for working for this company that makes millions and millions of dollars.
It's like hell.
Yeah,
that's what I imagine hell to be.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. You just have to watch it. I don't really have words for you guys, I guess.
Yeah.
It does change. If you pay attention and you
powerful.
think about it, it will change some form of a perspective for you. Well, if you want to talk, I'll talk a little bit about demographics. Kind of a stereotype, I would think, with a vegetarian lifestyle is that there's more female vegetarians than there are males. But in all reality, 59% of vegetarians are females and 41% of vegetarians are males. So that's almost half and half.
Close,
but no scar. 58% of people who have followed a vegetarian lifestyle for over 10 years. So that's a big chunk of people that make it
That's you.
distant. Yeah, I'm up there now.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I thought that number would be way less.
Yep. 58%. The next highest number it drops down to 18% though. And that's for 5 to 10 years.
It's not me yet.
So in 2 to 5 years?
I just reached my 1 year mark, guys, on March 24th.
So yeah. You're on to number 2.
Yep.
March 24th. I can honestly say I do not remember the date that I chose to go that way.
Let's say March 24th and we can have vegetarian parties.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Let's do it.
I can just say in 5th grade on March
Vegetarian
24th.
parties.
It's like a anniversary, right? But we decided to give up meat and make everyone question us why we're vegetarian every day. Because that happens a lot. Well, let me tell you.
Family reunions.
Oh, I forgot. You're a vegetarian.
Yeah. I don't know what it's like for you, but it gets pretty annoying after a while.
Yeah.
Everyone tries to convince you to eat just a piece of turkey won't hurt.
I'll give you $100.
Yeah.
I'll give you $100 if you eat just this piece of chicken. Okay, it's not worth it.
It's really annoying. So also, if you know vegetarians, stop asking them why and just let them do what they want to do because it really doesn't affect you.
Let them be who they are. And you know what? If you want to have a conversation with them about it, that is totally okay. Yeah. I'm up for that.
But don't persuade them to follow your lifestyle.
It gets annoying, guys.
Because we don't do it to you.
Yeah.
And if we do, then
you have all the right to do it back to us.
I don't think I do.
No. I don't think I think after this many years, I just brush it off my shoulder anymore. But people do ask a lot. And I mean, I guess you kind of expect it by having a different lifestyle.
Especially your grandparents who, for some reason, think it's concerning that you're not eating meat. And then
well, different generations have so many different viewpoints. And like the questions of, I don't know if you've been asked this, Judd, but if you have a family someday, are you going to raise them vegetarian?
Yeah.
That is a question I'm just like, how can you ask me that? I have no idea. I always say if my husband's not a vegetarian, that's okay. He can cook my children meat if they want meat. I'm not going to eat it.
Whatever they want to do.
Yeah. So, since we are Hastings College students, good old Sodexo, aka the hoe to us. What do you think about their vegetarian selection?
They try. I don't want to sound rude. They have veggie burgers, which
are pretty good.
They are pretty good, but
they take a while.
Yeah, and they could be probably a little bit healthier. They usually have about 1 veggie selection a day, sometimes 2, one at lunch and one at dinner. The tofu is pretty good, usually, but it's not awful.
I think my biggest opinion on that would be just healthy.
Yeah.
They do try, and I understand we're a very small school, so they don't really want to think about how many vegetarians are possible on this campus.
But it's not like people wouldn't eat the vegetarian options.
Yeah, true.
If they're not, just because they're not vegetarians doesn't mean they wouldn't eat them.
Very true. Like at restaurants.
Yeah.
I mean, people order stuff without meat without thinking, oh, it doesn't have meat in it.
Yeah, but usually I have the choice between cereal, a peanut butter and jelly, a grilled cheese sandwich with about 6 pounds of butter.
And the always delightful
And
salad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's great.
Yeah. I can honestly say when I used to eat in Sodexo a lot more than I do now because I live in the apartments, but I ate a lot of cereal.
Yep.
And a lot of sides of vegetables.
Yep.
It was
And
never a sustained meal.
Yogurt bar gets 1,000 times more awesome.
Yep. Yogurt bar is good.
Yeah. They had it today.
Oh.
It was heaven.
That was one of the best bars they had.
So yogurt bar is heaven and Tyson factories are hell.
There's our comparison. But I would say that the best thing that Sodexo could do is make what vegetarian options they do offer, which is great, a little more healthier.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, even for anyone that loves grilled cheese, everyone loves grilled cheese. Come on. It's not very healthy.
No.
The way they make it.
Butter, bread, and cheese. So good.
And, that would be my biggest critique, but it is a college campus.
And they do try.
And they try. They could have no options for us, and they have more options for us, and they're willing to hear our critiques, which is nice.
And Rhonda will do about anything in the grill. So will Sam.
Yeah, and deli sandwiches have become better.
Yeah.
Because they understand, oh, you're not putting meat on it, I'll give you extra tomatoes or lettuce or whatever you ask. And that's nice, because I feel like my freshman year I would order and they would have one piece of lettuce and one tomato. And I would think they would comprehend that I didn't want the meat on it and they'd give me some more, but it's gotten better.
I love when I go in and ask for leaf lettuce and they put a slab of roast beef on my sandwich.
Really?
It's happened like 3 times on the weekends.
I wonder if leaf lettuce is like the nickname for roast beef. If anyone knows that, please let us know, because I've never heard that before.
Yep. It's happened to a couple other people too. But I could see leaf lettuce, roast beef.
No. I mean, maybe if you slur and stutter, but roast, beef, leaf, lettuce.
Beef leaf.
Beef leaf. I mean, those kind of rhyme, but I don't know about that one. But
that's always a surprise.
Well, friends, I think we've talked enough for you guys for today. Do you have
Thanks
any
for
last
listening.
Statements that you want to put out there?
It's a tough road.
It's a tough road.
It's a tough road. No, it's actually not that difficult. Just a last side note, though. People do always talk about how hard they think it is, and it's really not.
It's not.
It's not at all.
And once you...
After, it is maybe for, the first month, but then after that, you don't remember what meat tastes like, and then after about 6 months, it starts to look kind of nasty, so... Yeah.
And honestly, after 10 years, I can honestly tell you that if for some reason I were to ever want to bite into a chicken wing or whatever the meat might be, your bodies will naturally reject it. So it wouldn't be a pleasant experience.
Oh, yeah.
So when you do bet your vegetarian friend to take a bite of that hamburger for $100, you might end up wearing some of that hamburger. Just keep that in mind, my friends. But it becomes easier. You learn how to balance a healthy diet, and you learn what foods go with what foods without involving meat. And if you tune into my show, that will be posted on my website, easyvegetarian.wordpress.com, every Thursday. I have tons of recipes, all vegetarian recipes, on that website. And I have a new episode of Easy Vegetarian posted every Thursday.
They're great.
Yeah. The first one, Thursday, is about breakfast foods.
Yum.
Vegetarian breakfast foods.
I love breakfast.
And Judd, you got to taste some of the spinach quiche we made when we filmed. That was for that episode.
Oh my gosh, you guys. It was the best food I've ever had.
It was so good.
I had 3/4 of it, literally.
So, see.
I felt bad because Autumn had this little piece.
It was a great little piece.
It was so good.
But that was one of the recipes we made on the show. We had just filmed it that day. And the quiche was gone before midnight, the same night we filmed. So everyone loved it. And only me and Judd were the only 2 vegetarians there, and everyone else loved it. So there's something good there, right? But don't forget, easyvegetarian.wordpress.com. And thanks for listening to me today. I'm Autumn Conley.
I'm Judson Bisher. Bye.
We'll be back next week.